Even though you agreed to work the evening shift?
Even though you agreed to work the evening shift. Do you have the cojones?
I
And we're back. Welcome back to the pod. Chris and his love coming at you. If you like the random babblings and funny stuff that we talk about, go ahead and hit a like, smash a subscribe, all that fun silliness.
smash it.
Or just comment below. That would be cool too.
You could do that.
Like have some conversations. But nevertheless, we are here to talk. And
Yeah.
I just wanted to talk about something that kind of happened today.
Okay.
This is the story I was going to tell you.
Okay.
You know, sometimes in life, you need to be a temp.
Like a temp employee.
Yeah. Because
Yeah, I've
of
been a temp
whatever
employee
reason,
before.
right? Whatever reason you got. Life dealt you a bad hand. Or
You moved to a different city, and it's
move
some
to a
of the
different
easiest
city
ways to get a
and,
job.
yeah, and you just need quick cash, right? Because for whatever reason you had to get out of where you were.
Or whatever. Like,
Right.
I worked at a temp agency before. I just didn't know
Where
what
to
I
get
wanted
it? Yeah.
to do.
I've done it.
And
I've
so I
got
was
multiple
like-
permanent jobs from it, right? So, any hoozles.
Okay.
Now, when you're a temp, some companies like to interview you first before just throwing you into a job, right? And
Yeah, some of them do.
Yeah.
Some of them have like entrance exams or
right.
things.
So you go to this said meet and greet with the company, right?
Okay.
And they explain to you what the job's going to entail, what the shift is going to be,
Yeah.
all of these things, right?
Yeah. You
And
iron
you
out all
say,
the details. You get
yeah,
all the stuff.
that's what I want to do.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, you come in, you do your first day of training, everything goes well, blah, blah, blah. Day 2 rolls around. You show up 15 minutes late.
It's probably not a great start to your second day.
No. And not only do you show up 15 minutes late, you then proceed to say, hey, is there openings on first shift? Because I've got stuff going on in the evenings and evenings don't really work for me.
Even though you agreed to work the evening shift?
Even though you agreed to work the evening shift. Do you have the cojones?
I do not.
That's the extent of my language knowledge. But
I do not. I would not have the guts to just be like, so this isn't really working out for me, even though I said it would.
right.
Do you think that maybe...
Especially on day 2, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I've always
You did
looked at
one
a
night.
thing
Ugh,
like
this just does not work for me.
I've always done the thing of like I am coming in as a temp. I've got to prove myself in order to get a job, right? I've always done
Yeah.
like
and then
in
when
the
it's
past when I've
time,
done temp, it's been temp to hire.
yeah.
Right.
And then when it's time, you get hired, and then you take a few months,
Mm-hmm.
and then you're like, hey, I was thinking,
Right. You bust
you
bust your
hire
butt to
in-
prove yourself, right?
yeah.
To prove what's going on so that you can get that job, right? Maybe because being a temp to hire is essentially like a tryout. It's like a 3-month tryout
Yeah.
or however long the
Like a
hours
working
are.
interview.
Right, a working interview.
Yeah.
But you haven't even done anything to like completely prove yourself yet. And you're like, actually, I'd like this better thing.
So is the guy showing up tomorrow then, or?
Oh, I wasn't going to make it about necessarily real life, but
Oh.
no, I mean,
there's a story
essentially,
for a reason.
essentially what I told him was like, this is the this is the schedule you agreed to that you said was would work for you. This is the opening we have. If this doesn't line up with your personal goals and things you have going on in your life,
Right. They just say no.
then you need to make that decision.
Right.
And he's like, oh, well, I think it could work. I'm like, okay, well, you need to make the decision of whether it's going to work or not,
Because
because
it's not. I'll
I
find something else.
wanted you here. That's why I brought you in. Like, this is the job we have right now.
You're like, you're not showing me that if I do have an opening on day shift, that I'm going to want you
Right.
for it.
Especially on like day 2 being like late.
Yeah. He's
Seriously,
like, I don't
bro?
know that I actually want to be there. Well, I guess I'll go.
And, no. Here was the best part. The excuse that was given to me was my GPS took me a different way, so it took me longer.
A different way from the day before.
Uh-huh.
Interesting. Oh, here's the thing, though. I wouldn't be able to get back to your job on my own.
Yeah, but you don't drive there every day.
Yeah, but he's only driven there one day.
Hey, guess what? If I leave on time, no matter which way the GPS takes me, I get there on time.
Yes. Yeah.
I mean, there are days where we do live in an area where there's lots of heavy traffic.
Yeah.
It took my boss like an hour and a half to get to work today. It took
Dang.
him 2 hours to get home last night.
That is a lot.
Although I don't know that he uses GPS each day. Because it's such a heavy traffic time that I'm traveling,
You find out what the shortest time is?
yeah, I use the one that tracks where the stuff is, and it takes me the shortest route.
That's nice.
So it's taken me all kinds of different ways to get from here to there. But
That's
it's
nice.
usually an hour no matter what. But yeah, so I was just wondering if ever you found yourself so bold to not only not do what you've been asked, but then also ask for something different, all in like the same breath.
In a job situation? Or just in general?
I would think both,
I'm sure
right?
as a kid, I definitely didn't do what I was supposed to do. And then I was like, okay.
Actually, I
didn't-
want ice cream.
So I didn't do what I was supposed to do, but could I actually change it?
Right?
It wasn't done by the time I said I would, but also I didn't really want to do it.
I
So
know you
could I do
asked me
something
to.
different?
I know that you
No.
asked me to take out the trash, but really, can I play video games?
Or really, could I vacuum instead? Or really, like,
See, you're still doing chores. Like you got to take it.
yeah,
to the,
he's still trying to work. He's just trying to work at a
mean,
different time.
Maybe. I
He
don't
was like,
know.
I don't really
know
want
at
to
this
do
point.
laundry today, so I didn't do it. But I would really like to do it tomorrow.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
The thing is to do it now. You
Yeah.
agreed to do it now.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I am too much of a people pleaser. I'd be like, that's fine. That's fine. Even if something did come up and I was like, oh, actually my evenings are way busier, or, you know, let's say that I'm him and he finds out like, oh, my kid has hockey 3 nights a week now because we're supporting their dreams, even though they can't stay off of their face. You know, like one of those situations you're like, love them. They're on their head more often than their feet, but supportive.
Yeah, but
You know, and then you're like, yeah. I mean, what if I guess that would be like,
then you
can
find
you-
somebody else to give them rides. Like,
Right. It's like, well, I kind of
I've-
took this job, so it's either a no or we figure it out.
well, and that's essentially what I told him. Like, you make the decision. It's up to you, man. It's your life. Like,
Yeah.
you decide whether you want to be here or not.
Yeah.
I mean, that's it.
Or you're like, I'm not going to beg you.
Nope.
I'm not going to beg you. I don't want to have to force you to love me.
No.
Oh,
I'm not like the song "I Want You to Want Me," right?
No, yeah.
Like that's not me. Either you're here to work or you're not. That's
That's me. That's me. That's me. When I first heard that song, I was like, that's my insides. Oh no.
Oh
You hear it
no.
on the outside and you're like, oh.
But yeah, so it was just kind of a weird situation that I was
That
just
is a
like,
weird
I
situation.
don't even, I was just like taken back and just like, dude, this is your tryout.
Yeah.
Like, it's not going great.
So for day 2, I'm going to give this interaction a C.
Uh-huh.
Hopefully we can
Right.
bring it up your grade by the end of the week.
And your point is like, well, my kid this or that. You figure it out until you're an actual full employee, right?
Right.
Or you
Or
just
you say,
or
I
you
really
just say,
can't do this
yeah,
job in these hours. I
my
need to
family
do.
is more important, so I'm gonna have to like do something else.
Right.
Okay, that's fine too.
Right. No, for sure.
You know.
Yeah. I did, I had a job at one point for not even a whole day. I do feel bad. I got a call center job.
You feel bad still?
I do.
How do you feel bad still?
Because I was not honorable. I had a job where I worked for a call center and we had to get people to do
Hold your ears, everybody. Hey Siri, stop.
oh, she didn't. No, your other one is
Yes,
it's,
it heard me through the phone.
yeah.
Creepy.
So I went oh, I had a call center job and we had to call people to convince them to let people come out for windows or roofs or whatever, those kinds of things. And in the training, it was like you don't let them leave the phone. You start making very like emotional like claims. Like
Don't you
don't
care
you
about
want
your family?
yeah, don't you want like the best for your grandchildren if you find out they're grandma age? Wouldn't you want to provide the best for your children, or don't you
Right.
want to have the safest home for your family, or like, and that's what we were being trained to do. And then it was my turn to make a phone call, and I was like, hello, this is Alethea from blah blah blah. I would like to ask a few questions if that's okay. Do you own your home? You do? Oh, fantastic. Well, then I put like my own little like little spin on it.
Huge.
Yeah. It was like fantastic. Oh my gosh, so lucky, jealous, obvi. So I didn't say obvi, that wasn't a thing at the time, but I said jealous. And I probably said obviously. And then I was like, would you like I did the spiel. And she was like, no, we have like a newer roof and we don't really need any new windows, maybe in a couple years, but we're just not in a place right now to take care of that. And then it was the girl next to me was like, and I was like, oh, I totally get that. Well, what about if you maybe like wanted to start with maybe just some sighting, or how about we just send someone out and they can just show you what you can look at, and then you can make your decision from there and maybe just plan for the future, you know? And she was like, I don't know. I really don't think. And the girl's like, go on, go on. And I was like, you know what, girl, I got you. So I'll talk to you later. And I was just like, got off the phone and she was like, you can't do that. You have to keep going. And I was like, she clearly didn't want to. And it's the whole like, I can't sell something to someone who doesn't have the money or the need for it. And I understand that selling is you find something that they need and you fill that need, or you convince them that they need what you have. And I would rather fill a need than to convince someone that they need what I have. I am terrible at like pyramid MLM or
Yeah.
MLM type things. Like, I'm really bad at it because it's like, oh, this thing's going to be so great for you. Oh, it's so good for this and this. And oh, all these things. And here's the stuff. And then like, oh, I just really don't have the money for it. And I'm just like, you know what? I get it. Me either, really. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and they're like, oh, you really should have like pushed harder. I'm like, I can't try to convince someone to spend their hard-earned money on something that maybe would benefit them, yes, but they don't have the finances for right now.
Right.
And yes, maybe they could move some things around and they could, but I can't ask them to do that to further my financial stability.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
here's what happened. That's not all of it. That's not why I feel bad.
Mm.
So I was close to my friend Ellen's house. And so I went over there. I called and I was like, can I come over for lunch? It was lunchtime. I was like, can I come over for lunch? I just started a new job and I'm having a really rough day. And she's like, yeah, for sure. So I go over and I have lunch at her house and then I just am watching the time creep by. Just watching the time creep by. And I'm like getting more and more, I guess, anxious, nervous, nauseous.
Right.
The closer and closer it gets. And then I was like, I can't do this. Actually,
Yeah.
like, I can't do this job. And so I didn't go back.
Mm.
I did call the place,
Yeah.
the business, and I left a message.
Well, I mean, you did that.
I was like, I'm so sorry. I can't do this job. I feel like I'm lying to people, and I can't do that. It
Right.
hurts me to hurt old people. So, I can't do this job. So I'm not coming back after lunch. But I didn't go back, and I feel bad. But I also, like, I couldn't do what they were requiring me to do.
Right.
But I do feel bad that, like, I committed to be there at least for the whole day.
Yeah.
But it just wasn't the place for me.
No. But at least you told them to, right? You just didn't
did.
leave them hanging like you went out and died driving.
She went to lunch and she perished. She just didn't come back. We assumed that she's no longer with us on the earthly plane. Yeah. But I do feel bad, though, that I was just like, I can't come back. I've never done that before.
Yeah. But, I mean, at least you knew exactly what you could and could not do. And that was something that was going to make you feel yucky
Yeah.
doing. And at least you were bold enough to stand up for yourself instead of being forced into doing it.
Yeah.
Right. I had a similar experience with a company that was tasked with going into Home Depots and getting them set up to talk to a renovation specialist. And part of their spiel was like, oh, well, our renovation specialists are in town just for this little bit. Can we get you set up for an appointment? They were there all the time.
Oh, yeah.
So, and I was just
Trying
like,
to-
of that, I'm like, you're asking me to directly lie? Not going to do
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
And,
it
I mean,
makes
I
you feel like
specifically told them, like, you want me to lie? I'm not going to do it.
I'm not lying. I'll tell them they're great. They're always in town. You can do this later if you want.
Right. But that's not how the company got paid. The company got paid off of appointment,
Yes, I get
you
that.
know?
But it's not great.
It's not a great look. Like,
What is it
because
called?
the thing is, like, they send you back to the same Home Depots, right? And if you get somebody that's in there quite a bit, they're going to see you and, like, I thought you said they were only in town last week.
These are different guys.
Right. Right.
These are different guys. These are different specialists.
Right. Well, and
They do a
that's,
different style of kitchen.
that's why neither one of us are in sales, really.
No.
right?
I did really well though. Oh, okay. In sales I can do. Retail. I worked at in high school, I worked at a big and tall men's
Mm-hmm.
clothing shop. I was very good at that. But people were coming in for something. Like they're coming to me and then they go, and I say, "Hey, can I help you find anything?" And they go, "I have a wedding. I don't know what." And it's like, "Oh, okay. Well, is it casual? Is it semi-formal? Is it formal? Like what's the
Right.
vibe we're going for?" And then I will help you with that if you want help. If not though, like totally fine.
Right.
But I did very, very well. I
Mm-hmm.
was employee of the month a lot.
Well, very
So,
nice.
um no, I'm okay with sales if they're coming to me to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
They already have a need. I can then help them find that thing
Right.
that they are in need of. That
Yeah.
I can do.
And I was also really good, like when I was working retail or whatever, having people sign up for this silly credit card. But
Oh yeah.
yeah, and whatnot, because I worked in an area where purchases were on the higher side. And it's like, oh, you could sign up for this, and if you get it, it's 10% off your first purchase.
Yeah, that sells itself to a lot of people.
Right.
They're like, I don't have to pay
But I mean,
tax.
you still have to be
Well,
willing to.
it
Well,
wasn't
on tax
tax
at
for you.
that point,
It wasn't
no.
tax for you. It was like it was like tax and a half
Yeah.
for you. It's been tax for us for a long time.
Right. But yeah, I mean, that's just one of those things is like, I could sell too. I mean, I did well at one of the sales jobs I had, but I'm not going to lie to people.
Yeah, I
Right.
can't.
And I've even had another boss when I've been in a customer service type situation, basically told me to lie to a customer. And I said, "Ha, I will never lie for you. I will tell them what they're asking, right? And I will maybe smooth things over, but I will not lie for you."
Yeah.
And he never asked me to do it again.
You're like, I will try to give us a second chance, but I'm not just gonna out and out lie for you. Yeah. Yeah. It makes you feel so icky. You're
It
like,
does.
you're the grown up here.
Right?
It feels like bosses are supposed to be like the grown up or grown up.
Right.
And so when they ask you something shady, you're like, ew.
Right.
I expected so much more from you. Like, I think I put business owners like on a pedestal.
Right.
And
Well,
well,
you
obviously,
also come from a family whose the people in charge are honorable,
yeah.
right? Not everybody's honorable. And I mean, it's essentially kind of the same relationship is similarly an employee employer type situation. And if they're not honorable, they're going to ask you to do stupid stuff.
Yeah, I don't like that.
No, I mean it's not the way I do business. So, and so far, it's worked out.
Right?
Moved up, moved on, is what it is.
Yeah. We just gotta be nice to people.
Yeah.
I
I
don't
haven't
know.
always been nice, but I mean, at least have integrity
I
and
think so.
keep moving forward, right? And learn from your mistakes. Don't do them again.
Don't do 'em again.
And recognize the times where you weren't nice and be like, I could have done that better,
Yeah.
and move on. Also, owning up when you've been dumb
I think. Yeah.
is,
No, that's
is
a
a
huge
big
one.
one
Yeah.
for sure. Because no,
I think with any
no,
relationship.
no matter how much this one person would say something or tell people things, and you point blank call them out like you said this, they would never admit it. And it was so hard to like, okay, bro, whatever.
Right.
It
Like,
just
I know I'm not
move on.
crazy. I know I'm not crazy.
Mm-hmm.
We both know that this happened. But only one of us is living in reality. So enjoy wherever you are.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
So,
I got this calendar today. It's a here, let me move my drink off of it and I can show it to you. I'm just gonna tell you about it, but
you could just tell them about it.
right, but now you can look at it.
Uh-huh.
Look at it.
Look at it.
It has all the days, like holidays, weird holidays.
Mm-hmm.
Like today is the 10th, Pina Colada Day.
Well, I'm just looking at
Tomorrow
Sundays.
is 7. Which one?
And Sundays are a lot of food, maybe. And
Oh, it might be a lot of food.
that could be like what we do on weekends for food on Sundays.
Just
Like
strawberry Sunday,
mac and
Day?
cheese day,
mac and cheese.
ice cream day,
What is this one? Looks like a person with a baby. Parents Day.
parents day.
Just in general, Parents Day. If you are a parent. Tomorrow is Slurpee Day, 7-Eleven Day. Unless you're in the lower half of the hemisphere, then yours is in November 7th. But 7-Eleven Day is where you go to 7-Eleven and you get a free Slurpee.
Yeah, potentially. As long as I don't run out of cups.
Yeah.
They've done that before.
They have, yeah. I just love it so much. I was like, this is such a cute thing. We used to look up the calendar. It's called like Check a Day calendar. And we used to do it for our coffee specials. We'd be like,
Yeah.
okay, what's happening this week? And we would make that our coffee special. So like there's creme brulee, peanut butter and chocolate day. Those are both an ice cream day. Those are both in 2 weeks. You can't really
Okay,
do
so
much
tell
with
me,
mac and cheese day, orange chicken, and
what
caviar.
what coffee would you come up with on caviar day?
I wouldn't. I would choose daiquiri day or lollipop day.
Oh.
We went for
okay.
the week.
Oh yeah, that's
So
right.
it would compliment your mirror day. That's cute. That was
I
on
would
the 3rd.
compliment my mirror, but everything looking back at it is pretty ugly.
Oh,
Oh.
don't say that.
You should come up with a coffee for barbecued spare ribs day.
Just add a little liquid smoke to it.
Oh yeah, there you
So
go.
it's all smoky.
Smoky drink.
A smoky latte, like a smoky caramel.
There you go.
It would be good to do smoke and creme brulee.
Or a whiskey caramel.
Or the smoky Irish cream.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of like flavors we have at the shop.
I'm just
We don't
trying to
have
think
whiskey.
of flavors in general. Because we had some whiskey ice cream that was whiskey
What was my
praline
birthday?
ice cream that was
Oh.
really good.
My birthday was strawberry sundae day.
Yeah. Good thing we had ice cream.
We did. And then my mother made cupcakes that had strawberries on them.
Yeah, sure did.
Good job, Mom. My little brother, his birthday is the 8th, mine is the 7th. So I got a little brother for my birthday. And his is chocolate with almonds day.
Years apart, not twins. Not like
Yeah, 3 years apart.
11:59 and midnight 01.
What month is this? I'm gonna try to find your birthday. Do you want it to be a surprise? Oh, this all goes all the way into next year.
Well, yeah, because you got it at 3/4 the way through the year.
Oh, it's one of those. It's like an 18-month. So smart. I didn't even think about that.
Silly
This
goose.
is January. I gotta go back a couple pages. I want to find Christopher's
Silly
birthday.
goose,
This should be
silly
it.
goose.
Cake day.
Well, that's
Probably really
dumb.
loud. Cake day.
It's cake day every year on my birthday. So dumb.
Well.
Maybe we'll celebrate by having pie.
We had some pie. This here, sir, likes apple pie.
Ooh, we could do meat pies.
We could do a little handheld meat pies.
Good. Maybe.
That would be funny. Huh. But yeah, I love all these little ones. I wanted to have like a list of coffee ones. just for the
Tuesday?
coffee shop.
Not a fan.
Next Tuesday, sugar
Snake
cookie
Day?
Oh, snake! Oh, that's yesterday.
Not a fan.
No, you don't. You don't really like snakes. But on the 17th, tattoo day. I wonder if they know about that, and then they have like specials.
They might. Probably not the guy we go to.
Probably not, unless somebody tells him.
His
about
special
it.
is that he's doing it.
Yeah, he's so good. Oh, on the 14th of next month is tattoo removal day.
That's funny.
Oops. I made an oopsie.
Poopsie.
I made an oopsie poops.
You know that name you got? You got any whiteout for that?
Just gonna need to scratch that out real quick. That's funny.
Yeah. So
Any hoot.
that was our random babblings for this week of the cool experience that I had with somebody at work, and
I bet he's gonna step up.
I hope he does. I mean, I told him, I was like, dude, I brought you in because I wanted you here, and you know, and we would like to have you here, but if you need to do something else,
But if it doesn't
go
work
do
with your
something else.
schedule,
Right?
blessings.
Hey, he did stick around and he did, you know, do the thing. So we'll see,
Okay.
right? So
bud.
we'll see what happens and what transpires. My hope is that he will continue on and continue doing it.
My hope is that he stays at least long enough for the heat to die down a little bit so that I can make cookies for him.
Maybe.
I like to make cookies for Christopher to take to work for his workers. And the last one, I think we made some a week ago.
It's over a week ago.
Over a week ago.
Because a week ago was 4th of July.
2 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm. Before the heat wave.
He wave. Yeah.
So
I know that's not as hot for like everybody.
okay, it's hotter than Indiana right now.
That is true. It's also hotter than Tulum, Mexico currently.
Right. And we're
Really?
in the north of the United States. Like, this isn't right.
Yeah, we're on the side of the mountains that doesn't get very hot. The other side of the mountains in Washington, they get hot and they
And
get a ton of
roasty-toasty.
snow. But we don't.
Either.
We're
not,
very
we're not,
temperate
we're not extreme
here.
people.
We're not.
Not extreme at all.
No, I
like
like
the
it
sun was
nice
out
and
so
mild.
bright today that everybody was running into people on the freeway. Like, I'm blinded by the sun.
It's true. We're like moles. When the sun comes out, we're like, it burns.
Right?
It burns.
So, yeah, I mean, traffic was crazy today.
Yeah.
But the crazy thing is, like, it's been a week and a half of just nothing but sun.
That
Like,
is true.
today is the day that
That's
people
true. But they
decide.
do the same thing with rain.
Right?
They're like, it hasn't rained in 3 days. And now it's rained for 3 more. And now it's just, I can't. But there's water on the ground.
Right.
I don't know how to stop anymore.
Brakes didn't work. But,
It just happens.
yeah.
People be crazy.
So those are our random babblings for this week.
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead and like and subscribe, comment. Let us know of a crazy situation you got into at work or heard about. I think it would have been hilarious had Alethea been at that job on that call and been like, well, don't you want to leave the best for your family? No, I don't care about those guys anyway.
I don't care about them. I'm not leaving them a cent.
But yeah,
Why did they used to say red cent? I'm not leaving them a 1 red cent. What is that?
I don't know, maybe Blood Bunny?
Maybe.
I don't know.
I
Maybe
hope I'm
somebody
not
can
saying-
comment below and tell us.
I hope I'm not saying something very like inappropriate by saying that. I am apologizing
Don't
ahead of
worry
time.
about it. Don't do it. It's fine.
It'll be fine.
It'll be fine. Nobody knows.
There's
And
history.
if they do,
I'm
they
sure.
can comment below and it'll provide engagement. So which will be fantastic.
Yeah.
All right, guys. We'll talk to you later. Bye.
Bye.